Shining bright. contention was that the vocal sound should be akin to ethnic music. The words are invented and are to simulate the tribal sound.
I'm new to Chester. I've only been in Chester for 8 months, so I'm still getting to know the place, and I'm still getting to know the schools. And one of the schools that I've been to already is this one. I came and had a lovely walk around and saw all the boys and girls in their wonderful yellow. I think it's a lovely coloured uniform, and it's been amazing to sing tonight. Parents, are you proud of your children or what? They're excellent, aren't they? Give them a round of applause. When you get a little bit older, some of you may go off to university, and I went off to university. I did my degree in music, and I trained as a singer, that's true. And I thought we sounded really, really well tonight. Well, I brought something along to show you tonight, which is one of my favourite toys. Now, do any of you have a favourite toy? What's your favourite toy, little girl there? Shout out really loud. Teddy bear. Has your teddy bear got a name? What's his name or her name? Ellie. Excellent. Any other favourite toys? What's your favourite toy, young man? Motorbikes and cars. Wonderful. Well, I've got one of those now, hands down. I've got my favourite toy here. There's my little favourite toy. Can anyone see who's driving him? Mickey Mouse. How do you know it's Mickey Mouse and not Minnie Mouse? He is and he's not good, very good. I'm not sure if I'd have been able to tell that, but there we go, 10 out of 10. That's my favourite toy. And I'm just going to show you what my favourite toy does. Give a little wind up here, if I can work it. Here we go. And I'm going to put it on the table, and here we go, hopefully. Isn't that wonderful? And here we'll try again. Little faster off. Isn't that an amazing toy? Come on, get in Isn't that great? Absolutely wonderful toy. I bet lots of you got lots of electronic toys, but that's my favourite toy. But this toy has one problem. And lots of people in life can suffer from this same problem as my toy. Now, I'll come back to my toy in a minute, but we just had that Bible reading. And in that Bible reading, there were 10 girls, 10 young women. And they went off to a wedding. Have any of you ever been to a wedding? Excellent. Hands down. I've been to loads of weddings. And in fact, I've married lots and lots of people. Well, I've not married them. I've sort of done the service with them. But I've been to loads of weddings. And these 10 girls went to a wedding and they took with them, what did they take with them? Lamps. They took lamps with them, absolutely wonderful. And you can tell that they weren't in the 21st century because these lamps weren't torches that you flicked on. Why could you tell they lived a long time ago? What did they have to take with them? They had to take oil. Well listened. And 5 of the girls took oil and 5 of the girls didn't take oil. And then they fell asleep. And then they heard the bell or the shout that the bridegroom's coming. And they woke up. And some of the lamps had gone out, and 5 of the lamps were still going. And 5 of the girls who'd forgotten their oil asked the other girls, "Give us some oil." And they said, "No, you should have brought your own oil. Go and get some." And so they had to go off and buy oil. And when they got back, the bridegroom had come, the doors were locked, and they couldn't get in. And in a sense, that's a similar problem that those girls had, those 5 girls, to the same problem that my wonderful little car that Mickey Mouse is driving has got. So there we go now, there we go. It took me hours to practice that, I can tell you. The car, in a sense, has run out of steam. A bit like the 5 girls who ran out of oil. They sort of ran out and there's nothing they could do. The other girls were well prepared. And they could keep going. But the other 5 ran out of steam, a bit like my car. Now why do you think do you run out of steam sometimes? Why do you run out of steam? What makes you run out of steam in life? Well, if you're running, you might lose all your energy. Yeah, and then you're tired. Any other reasons why you might run out of steam in your life? Shout out, young man. Why might you run out of steam? You might not need water, that's why you get dehydrated. There could be a whole variety of any other right reasons why might you run out of steam. Absolutely, you might get angry, and you might get stressed out, and you might go, I've had enough. Other reasons maybe? You might have lost the will to live. Superb. There's a whole variety of reasons. Whose daughter is she? She's amazing. There's got to be, you've lost the will to live. How many times? I've got 4 kids. I've lost the will to live many times. And those 4 kids have lost their will to live with me as their parents. But we lose will to live for a whole variety of reasons. And when we run out of steam, you just get that sort of... And some of you today are getting to the end of your school life here at the Furnace, and you might feel, oh, do I really want to go on? I've got to go to a new place, find a new friends, new teachers, new understanding. Some of you will be moving class next year. How many of you are going to move class next year? Yeah, I know you are. Every single hand should be up. You'll all be moving out of class next year, hands down. And the danger is you get to the end of this year and you think, I don't really know if I can go into the next class, I'm a bit fearful. Well, the interesting thing is, no matter how much we feel we're losing steam, there is one constant thing in life, and that's God. He goes with us wherever we are, and sometimes when we're feeling a little bit sort of losing the will to live, excellent, that's one of the best answers I've ever had in a talk or a school assembly or whatever. However we're feeling, God is constant and He's always there. And there was a wonderful word or a wonderful phrase in the hymn that we sang right at the beginning. And it was this. Oh, by the way, some wonderful pictures on the front of the service sheet. And I know some of the children have drawn them. Wonderful. But the verse was this. Right at the end of verse 3 it said, God sends His Holy Spirit. And that Holy Spirit, I often think, is simply there to help us from not running out of steam. And if there's one thing to take away from tonight, to take into your next class or to your next school, that whenever you're losing the will to live, remember that God is still there. No matter what happens in life, and He sends His Holy Spirit, if you like, to pump us up or to wind us up, so we can keep on going and going and going. Now this probably won't work. It's got to get the length of the table and we'll see. Go on. It's got there. To keep us going for the whole of our lives, if only we remember to ask Him just to keep filling us up. So remember, keep going. Don't lose heart, don't lose steam, because God is there to support you as you move on into a new school and into a new class.